man. Smitty, top 100. We already knew Smitty was top 100, but this just solidifies his place amongst the elites. You know what I mean? As far as players go, top 100 in the NFL, Devonta Smith comes in at 100. Of course, you always want to see your guy higher than the bottom of any list, but you can't be mad at this if you're Devonta Smith. The only other two wide receiver twos that I expect to be on this list is Jalen Waddle. T. Higgins might make it. Tyler Lockett, you know what I mean, guys of that nature. But Devonta Smith, very, very much deserving. You know AJ going to be up there as well. It's going to be a movie. A lot of Eagles making this list, but you know who's going to be top 10, top 5 for sure. Sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to let you know that this video was brought to you by Print Champs. Big Print Champs in the building. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Training camp is tomorrow. We dropping the defensive slime tee sometime tonight. It's going live. I'm getting one sent out to Big Milton, getting one sent out to the defensive line. I'm just ready for training camp, man. I couldn't be more impressed with this team in the way that some of the young guys have been preparing. You've been seeing videos from Nolan Smith. You've been seeing, you know, just crazy videos from Jalen Carter to Jordan Davis. You know what I mean? Everybody has been putting in work. Everybody has been, you know, doing their own individual thing. Now it's time for the team to come together, and it's time for the team to put on as a unit. You haven't heard about nobody upset with their contracts, no bickering. Only thing we're worrying about in the city of Philadelphia is football. We got a certain level of excellence that we like to uphold. A lot of people got disgruntled employees. We don't have none of them issues. So, you know what I mean? I wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, the work that Milton Willians has been putting in. I recently seen a picture today on his Instagram. You know what I mean? The body transformation is real. You can see for yourself. He looks like a completely different person. You know what I mean? We talked about this in our video. He was talking about all he does basically is eat and train, and that's exactly what his body looks like. That is the result of a guy that's on the mission. I think Milton Williams could really have a big year this year. I'm talking about 6+ sacks from the defensive tackle position. I really like Milton Williams to do this, man. You got to think about it. Milton Williams had 4 sacks in historically great defensive line. He was 6th on the roster in sacks. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's ridiculous. 6th in the roster on sacks, and a deep rotation that had 2 guys at his position ahead of him with 7 or more sacks, and Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave. So it just was crazy to see him be able to get in where he fit in. You know what I mean? He would have been 6th on the Dallas Cowboys roster. You know what I mean? He had 4 is tied for 6 on that roster as well. So, you know, I just think that Milton Williams is not saying feeling the pressure, but Milton Williams, as we also spoke about this in our interview, is aware that the Eagles are bringing in new defensive tackles. He's aware that, you know, your job could be gone. He's aware that, you know, anything can happen in this league. This is a day-to-day league, so he's staying ready. You know what I mean? And I expect big things. I expect him to continue to get better. I expect Josh Sweat to continue to get better. You know what I mean? I expect Nakobe Dean to continue to get better. I expect these dudes to learn from the dudes that's on the roster already. And I expect for these guys to put what they've learned into play and to, you know, just bring it all together on a football field. There's some hungry guys who just need opportunity. Well, Hargrave out the mix. You know what I mean? I believe Milton Williams should get more playing time than the Jalen Carters and Jordan Davis. That's just my personal opinion because, you know, you got to reward playing time. Now I see the upside. I know the potential that Carter and Davis have for sure. You know what I mean? But Milton Williams, like, what's the long-term plan for Milton Williams? Because that's a player who just need time on the field. You know what I mean? And I just fear that he'll fall into the category of, you know what I mean, of it's where you were drafted at. That's why we're not going to play you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people fall into those categories. And, you know, I don't want that to be the case for Milton. So, you know what I mean? He's working out. He's looking good. He's looking like he's ready to make an impact. You know what I mean? And I hold him to the standard that I hold all of the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line to. His defensive slime. It's Eagles training camp week. The Birds back in business. We that much closer to kickoff. It's been a great offseason so far. You know the vibes.